Welcome back, folks, into another episode of the podcast Prices Are Too High. So, in this episode, we're going to be talking about ways you can save on the electricity bill. Yes. And we're also going to be talking about how annoying electric bills can be in the summertime. So, it's going to be a very interesting topic. I know a lot of people can relate because it is summertime, because a lot of the times Con Ed, they can charge up to $600 on the electricity bill because everybody's using their ACs, and this is the time where they can get more money out of people. So the reason why I really picked this topic is because I do pay the electricity bill, and I have to say, like, I can't even express how much of a pain in the ass it really is. And it's just super hard to save on Con Ed. Very, very, very hard. But I'm going to throw in the intro and we'll get started on this topic. So, welcome into the podcast, everybody. This is episode 18. Yeah, episode 18 of the podcast. Wow. I mean, pretty soon we'll be 20 episodes in. The very next one will be episode 19 as well. But right now I'm recording this on a Tuesday, June 25th. But tomorrow I'm going to be busy. So, Well, by the time this is up, it's going to be Wednesday. So this afternoon I will be busy. So I won't be able to do a live podcast, but I will do a live podcast. Episode 19, I will schedule that, and it will be live. And the next one is going to be super interesting. We're going to be talking about friendships. What is it costing you? And I figured it would be a great topic. I know I spend most of the time just talking about money, but I figure, when I don't, I just mix it up a little bit, just talk about money and people as well. But anyway, welcome into the podcast. Welcome into Prices Are Too High. Welcome, everybody. So we're going to spend about an hour on the podcast, everybody. So we're going to be talking about ways to save on the electricity bill for this episode of the podcast, and expressing how annoying the electric bills can be. But let's talk about the annoying part. Let's just get that out the way, because I just want to say electric bills could be a real pain in the ass. They could be annoying because especially if you have the AC on all day and running every day, your bill could probably run up to at least $500-$600 a month, at least throughout the entire month, or it could run up to $1,000, whatever the case may be. So I feel like it's just so annoying. But let me just share my experience. So, I don't have my own place. I still live with somebody as well. Still live with a parent as well, even though I'm almost in my 30s. But I do contribute to the electricity bill. And I have to say, I found it pretty interesting that like around May or June, that's when the Con Ed starts to really skyrocket high. And your bill by May or June, it's like $80 or $90. And it's like, why is it going up so fast? Because see, the difference in the winter time is not so bad. So your bill is like around $45 or $50 because nobody's turning on their ACs, and the buildings have heat. Most buildings have automatic heat. So the buildings provide the heaters to stay warm in the winter. So there's basically no electricity bill on that, but they don't provide AC. So with AC, there's an electric bill on that. There's an electric bill on the AC. So with people turning on their ACs, we're in one of the hottest days of the year, hottest weeks, hottest months of the year. June, July, and August are one of the most hottest months of the year, in my opinion, because June, July, August, it can get up to around 95 or 96 degrees. Now, on Friday, June 21st, we just had one of our very first hottest days here in New York City. And it got up to like 95, 96 degrees. And let me just say this: I know a lot of people were cranking up their ACs, and they had that high all day. It's just so hot, so hot. I'm sorry. Let me reverse on electricity bill. Let me just correct that. Your electricity bill can be up to $1,000 or $2,000. Let me put it that way, because one time my dad, when he was living here in New York, he had the AC running all the time, and I think his bill was right around 2,000, 1,000 for electricity bill. So so back when he was in New York, but yeah, so your bill can cost you up to $1,000 or $2,000, because if you have your AC running all the time. And I was also watching a video on TikTok. Let me try to pull the video up so I could show you guys real quick, so you guys can see that as well. Just give me 1 second, folks. I'm just going to show you something on my phone real quick. Where the heck is it? Sorry, I'm just looking at something. I'm trying to pull up that video. I found the video pretty interesting last night. I really found it pretty interesting, and it was just so interesting. Where is that damn video? Here we go. Let me turn it up.
You're not supposed to keep turning your air on and off during summertime. That's what causes the high electricity bill. I thought this entire time to save the maximum amount of money during the summertime is turn off the AC or raise up the AC whenever you're not home. But turns out that wastes more electricity, causing you a lot more money to pay for your electricity bill. I couldn't believe it, so I tried it all last year. I saved hundreds of dollars. My worst month was typically about $500, because here in Arizona it gets to like 120 degrees and we want to keep our house pretty cool. Well, by not having to turn the AC on and off and just keeping it at a consistent temperature, my $500 light bill dropped down to less than $200. I saved over $300. The reason for this is because when you're turning the air constantly up and down, on and off, you're just wasting an excess of electricity when you turn on the AC. Now, all you have to do, pick an agreeable temperature that you and the family like inside a home and just keep it there. Trust me, you will save so much money in the long run. Here in Arizona, 73 to 75 is the sweet spot. Try it out, and if you made it this far into the video, comment, "I love food," so I know that you made it to the end of the video. How old were you when you realized you're not supposed to keep turning your air on and off during summertime? That's what...
Nope, exactly. You're not supposed to.
$200. I saved over $300. The reason for this is because when you're turning the air constantly up and down, on and off, you're just wasting an excess of electricity when you turn on the AC. Now, all you have to do, pick an agreeable temperature that you and the family like inside a home and just keep it there. Trust me, you will save so much money in the long run. Here in Arizona, 73 to 75 is the sweet spot. Try it out, and if you made it this far into the video, comment, "I love food," so I know that you made it to...
Okay. Yeah, so the part that he was explaining, so like it's the summertime. So if you keep turning your air off and on, it's not going to help. It would never help you. You would never get nowhere by turning on your air, turning off your air. It's not going to help you at all. It won't help you. So, but what he was saying in that video was, if you put your air conditioner to a certain temperature, an agreeable temperature, most people put their air conditioners on battery saver. Is it battery saver? Yeah, I think it's battery saver. I'm doing this recorded, but please correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. But no, I'm going to say battery saver. Energy saver. I'm sorry, energy saver. Yes, it's energy saver. Most people put their ACs on energy saver because if the room gets to be a certain temperature, the AC will turn off for a little bit, and then if it starts to get warm again, then the air will automatically turn back on. So energy saver is what really helps, because It helps save you a lot of money on the electricity bill. It prevents your bill from going up. But turning it off and on doesn't help. Or this is another thing too. One time I just turned the air on for a couple of hours. I figured they can't charge so much if I just turn it on for a few hours. But no one said, but wrong answer. Because it still does not help. The moment you turn on your AC, that's when they will start going up on the electricity bill. Sorry. That's when they will start going up on your electricity bill and costing you hundreds of dollars, especially for a really long time as well. But I never even paid nowhere near more than $200 on the electricity bill. And thank God I haven't. But but my bill this month, my bill this month versus this June versus last June. Last June, it was already at, I believe, $90. I believe it was 90. But yeah, no, 80. It was at 80 something. But this June, it was at $62. 62. Because I haven't even turned my air on yet. I haven't. Now, a lot of you guys just, if y'all wonder, oh, well, how come you haven't turned on your air yet? How come you don't have your air conditioner on, Chris? How come you don't have that? Because of Con Ed. Because I was explaining in one of my live streams, last week from the other day when I was out in the biggest heat wave. I was out in the morning. And by the time I came back home, I was so dripping in sweat. I was just so freaking sweaty. And I wasn't even out for not even 3 hours, 5 hours, not even a few hours. It was only for like maybe an hour and some change. And I was already sweating like crazy. This is the time of the year where you walk, you sweat, it's that humidity. So here's ways we can save. Here's ways we can save. I'm gonna start off with the saving part first, and then I'm gonna go and express how annoying at the end the electricity bill can be. Here's ways we can save. Definitely by turning off lights. My mom was always telling me to turn off the lights. Turn off your lights. If you're not using something, turn it off. Definitely turn it off because it will bring less heat as well. Will bring less heat, and also. Go to the pools. I'm not gonna say go to. Well, if you can go to the water park, go to the water parks, but go to the pools. Definitely go by the fire hydrants because some people turn on the fire hydrants just to stay cool. The fire hydrants is what helps, I understand, you don't want to get your clothes wet, and ladies, you don't want to get your hair wet. But here's the thing with fire hydrants. The water is so cold, it'll keep you nice and cool. So that's another way to stay cool. Definitely go by the pools. I know the outdoor pools are going to open soon. They're supposed to open this week on June 27th, 2024. So they're going to open this week, the outdoor pools. But definitely go to the pools because the pools is what helps you stay cool. And if you have kids, family, bring them to the pool as well. I don't see a point in having the air on at your house because Con Ed is gonna go crazy because the pools is like one of the best ways to stay cool as well. And also by going to the beach. Now, here's the thing. Not all of us have clean beaches. Like in New York, I don't have no clean beach. So I don't feel comfortable going into the beach in my city. I don't feel comfortable swimming in that nasty polluted water. So if you live in a place like Florida, the islands, and you do have a nice clean beach, definitely go to that. Go to the beach, go to the water. If it's beach weather, take advantage of it. Don't stay in the house. Don't stay in the house. Don't be outside sweating your ass off. Definitely go to the beach, cool off. That's another way to save on electricity bills if you go to the beach and you get in the water, you get nice and wet. So, spend some time in the water. A lot of us, a lot of us all we do is most adults, especially us as adults, like most of us just go to work and come home. Sometimes we need to relax. We need to just get out. So, do different things, explore different things. So that's what we pretty much really need to do. I didn't make an effort into going to the pool last year, but I would definitely try and make an effort this year into going to the pool as well, because it's definitely getting hot. Because let me just say this though, like I don't really get to spend as much time underneath the AC at work like I want to, because I have to be out here. So I can only spend up until a half hour underneath the AC, but it's just what it is. So, but there are other places as well. I know they have cooling centers, they have air conditioning centers. Go to those places and cool off. Go underneath their AC. Those cooling centers, especially here in New York City. New York City has a lot of cooling centers. Now, if you don't have a cooling center where you're at, then I definitely understand that. But if you live in a city where they have cooling centers where you're at, definitely go to those, because they have AC. It's better than paying the Con Ed bill, and it's better than having the AC on at your house, and you have to worry about that high ass Con Ed bill. So it will save you money just by going to those places where you can just cool off. They have those in the summertime when they have those heat advisories. So that's when they start to add more cooling centers. People who are older, senior citizens, 62 and up. Well, my mom just became a senior citizen, but I definitely recommend that for her. But she doesn't really go to the cooling centers. But yeah, so I feel like those will be pretty much helpful as well. Another way to stay cool, or go somewhere where there's AC at. Go to another building. I mean, it's better. Like I said, it's better than just being at home paying a Con Ed bill, because if you go to other places that have AC, hey, they're the ones that's paying the Con Ed bill, not you. You're just trying to save money by going to other places that have AC instead of trying to turn on the AC at your house, because you know how expensive your electric bill is going to be. So it definitely makes a lot of sense as well. So before we get into the next topic, which is how annoying electric bills can be. Well, also another thing too is that my advice is this: like, try not to be outside as much when we have these heat advisories. When it's like 96 degrees, 100, especially 100 degrees outside. We haven't had 100 degrees in New York City in God knows how long. It's since 2013, 2014, right around there. It's been about 10 years since we had 100-degree weather. So, but other states get it. Some states are hotter than New York, like Arizona, for example, Texas, probably Florida, but Arizona and Texas are a lot hotter than New York, because Arizona is a desert. They can get up to 120 degrees, and Texas can get up to 100 degrees. So Texas and Arizona, both those states are a lot hotter than not a lot hotter, but both those states can be hotter than New York in the summertime. So, but before we close out this topic and move on to the next, before we do that, I just want to say this though, like, if you're a elderly person and or if you're much older and your body cannot handle all that heat, definitely my advice will be is that try not to go outside too much. Try not to go outside as much, because the heat will take all your energy out, all of it out, especially if you're working in this heat, especially if you're working it like I am. because I know this heat can take up your energy. So if you do not have to be outside, don't be outside at all. But if you're at that age where your body is not, it can't handle so much, it cannot handle but so much heat, then definitely stay inside. I recommend staying inside. It's just the best decision, because you don't want to do something that's going to put your health at risk. So definitely stay inside, stay cool, try and stay underneath the AC. If you cannot be underneath the AC, go to the pool. They're gonna be opening up the outdoor pool soon, as well, boy, in NYC that I know of. But I know everybody is all over the places, but there probably are some outdoor pools that are open. But if you have an outdoor pool that's open, or if there's a beach near you, definitely go to the beach. That's what I would recommend. If you're going to be going out, go to the pool, or go to the beach, or go to like a water park. Now, if you can definitely go to the water park. If you can definitely go to the water park. If you can afford to go to the water park, that's what I would obviously recommend. But if you cannot go to the water park, then that's definitely understood. But there's like a couple of ways that we can stay cool in the summer without having to use our AC in our homes, without having to pay so much money for electricity just to keep the AC going in our house. It really can be a pain in the ass. It can. So, but I'm trying to find other ways to stay cool. I'm definitely working on trying to go to the pool. I'm definitely working on that. The pool is my best option at this point, because I don't have any water parks or water rides near me. So the pool is the best option for me. Definitely the fire hydrant is for me, because I definitely work outdoors, especially in extreme heat. But thank goodness, like when that extreme heat hit on Friday, thank goodness I didn't have to work, because I wasn't even scheduled to work. So I was good. I pretty much just stayed home. But if it hit on Thursday, I would have been calling out, because that's too much. So let's get to the annoying part about the electricity bill. So let's get to that, and then we'll close out this podcast. So we will spend the next another 15 minutes or so, and then we'll close out the podcast. But so one thing I really find annoying about the electricity bills, like, I feel like they get way too cocky with the AC. They get way too freaking cocky with the AC. They be trying to go up and up and up. And the thing is that a lot of people fail to realize, some people think, if they just turn on the AC for one day, the electricity bill is not going to go up. It is going to go up. They see that, okay, oh, well, so-and-so, this person turn on his AC. So we'll charge him an extra $50, we'll add another $50 on the bill. So that's the annoying part with electricity bills as well. So it's so annoying. But as I was explaining earlier, was that they can go up to at least $1,000 or $2,000 for that particular month. But if you're having your AC on all day, just running all day and all night, and it can cost you up to around $1 or $2 grand just to have it running all night. And sometimes it can cost you around $500-$600. And honestly, who has that kind of money to give to them? Who seriously has that kind of money? So, but let me just give an example. So last year around September-ish, like, my bill was like $152, and I'm like, why the hell is the bill so freaking high? Like, why is it so damn high? And it just made me mad, just pissed me off. I couldn't even express how so annoying that was. So luckily I was able to get some extra money, but if I hadn't gotten some extra money, I would have to pull more money out of my paycheck just to pull my money out just to pay it. So it's just so freaking annoying. It really, really is annoying as well. So, but yeah, it's just in my opinion. But electric bills, and also the summertime. So the summertime, the electricity bills can be really, really crazy. And like if you don't pay, if you don't pay them their money, if you don't pay them all that money that they charging you, like they could also charge you a late fee for paying it late. So if you pay that bill late, like if your bill is like $623, I don't know what the late fee is, but like say for instance they charge a good $50. That's almost $700 you're charging. Or if your bill is like $2,000 and maybe $30, and you add another $50 more because of the late fee. I'm just giving examples. That's $2,100 you didn't spend. So that's a lot of money. So you're paying money for all that damn money charging you, and you also paying that you may be paying that high ass late fee. So I feel like it's just, I don't know, I just feel like it's just dumb in my opinion. So it's just so annoying. Especially if you don't pay it on time. It could be even more of a pain in the ass, and it could be more annoying in my opinion. So but personally, I feel like we just have to just find ways to save, in my opinion. Just in general, not just the electricity bill, but just in general. But it's hard to do that if we got bills and kids, so, or a family. So that can be really, really hard as hell to do that, in my opinion. But that's just in my opinion personally. I mean, I wish things wasn't so expensive now. So honestly, I would have liked to live during the old times where rent was so dirt cheap. Back then, you can like get an apartment for like $300 a month for rent, or studio probably for maybe $500. I don't know, but I didn't live in the old times, so I was only born in the mid-90s, so I just live in the hard times instead of the easy times. But I wish I could have at least experienced the easy times, but unfortunately I was not able to. But it's just what it is. So yeah, I think we covered today's podcast as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast as well. Episode 18. We almost got 20 episodes down. Almost 20 episodes into the podcast. So it's just amazing. I started this podcast back in January, and I wanted to do a podcast, and I wanted to do a particular name for the podcast for you guys, something we can all talk about and something we can all relate it. And that's when I came up with Prices Are Too High, because the prices are just so darn ridiculous these days. They're really, really ridiculous. And a lot of us, I just hate the prices. It's so expensive to go out and eat for lunch, especially go out to eat, not just going out to the bar and just drinking and have a good time. But that also costs a lot of money too. And rents, everything's just gone up, especially here in New York City, in my opinion. And the summertime just be crazy. Like if you go down to Con Edison, for example, charge you like $15 for a drink, and it's crazy. But yeah, well, there's a particular restaurant I go to. I go to Tom's Coney Island. Their prices are more decent than all these other restaurants that be charging. So I could like get a drink for like maybe $10. In my opinion, I can get a drink for like $10. For example, $10 or $12, but right around there. But well, that's if I get like a beer or something like that. But even a beer, I can probably get that for like under $10, in my opinion. But yeah, but prices are just too damn high. But it's nothing we can do. It's just gonna continue to get higher and higher. we just have to just meet those requirements. In my opinion, we just gotta meet those requirements of the prices. But I don't know. But yeah, so I think I've covered everything about the electricity bill. I mean, trying to save money on electricity bill, because we all know that can be really expensive in the summertime because it's that time of the year. And reason why I chose this topic, because a lot of us are probably already going through that right now. So a lot of us are really paying high ass money in the electricity bill for sure. So it can be overwhelming and can be pretty expensive, upsetting, frustrating. All the above, that's what I've been through, but nothing you can do. And then on top of it too, like, you also got your own bills as well. You have your own bills. So if you spend all this money on one bill, the electricity bill, it's like, how are you supposed to pay the rest of your bills? So, but I hope this podcast helped everybody. I hope it did. The little video I just showed you guys earlier, I hope it will help some of you guys too as well. You can take my advice, you cannot take my advice, but it's just what it is. But I hope to help a lot of people today in this podcast. But guys, if you love this podcast, if you guys love these kinds of videos that I do, just do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that like button with the hammer. So please hit that like button if you are enjoying this podcast as well, and comment, and also share with a friend, family, anybody around you. So yeah, so I'm going to wrap up this podcast. The next podcast will be a live podcast. And then after the next episode of the podcast, we will be at episode 20. So we'll be at episode 20. So it's just amazing. Wow, I've done almost 20 episodes of this podcast, which is amazing. Because it's already going on 6 months since I've started this podcast. Yeah. January the 17th I started. So on July 17th, which is Wednesday, I'm gonna definitely drop a podcast that day. That'll be the 6th anniversary of Prices Are Too High. So 6th anniversary. But anyways, you guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. And thank you guys so much for watching this podcast. Appreciate y'all for being here. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Prices Are Too High. Take care, everyone. You guys enjoy your day. Have a great day. Stay cool. I know it's going to be a very hot one today. We're going to be bumping it. Like I said, we're going to be bumping into a lot of hot days. So definitely stay hydrated. Stay cool. Try to be underneath the AC as you possibly can. Or as much as you can. Go to the water park, go to the pool, go by the fire hydrant, just splash your face with some nice cold water as well. Also, try not to eat any hot foods, because to be honest, unless you're sitting inside, but if you're outside, don't eat any hot foods outside, because it's just going to make you even more hot. Because the days when it's super hot like this, I don't get coffee at all. I don't get hot coffee because it's too hot to drink it. So what I do is that I try to get like a cold drink, like I did this morning. Got myself a nice cold iced tea. So that's what I did. So because it's the beginning of the day, and I have to work. So and I gotta be out in the heat. So trying my best to stay cool, but I got 2 more days this week. One more day. Yeah, I got 1 more day, and then I'll be done. Be 1 more day this week, and then I'll be done. I can go right into the weekend, which is not too bad. But anyways, y'all, I know I've been blabbing, but thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in my next episode of Prices Are Too High. So see you, everybody.